Welcome to the 65th National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. Thank you for joining us in celebrating the achievements of this year's inductees. To meet the requirements upheld by the National Honor Society, students had to show how they had honored the 4 pillars that form the foundation of the National Honor Society during their high school experience. The 4 pillars are leadership, scholarship, service, and character. I want to take this time to thank parents, teachers, and members of the community for inspiring and pushing these students to become the people they are today. As for the new inductees, the road does not end here. Continue to honor your membership by doing what your parents and teachers did for you. Push others, inspire others. Continue to care and help your community as they have done for you along the way. Congratulations to the new 2024 inductees.
Character, scholarship, leadership, service. These are the ideals of our honor society. We know that the young men and the young women who possess these qualities today will be the leaders of tomorrow. Those students who will today become members of our society have been chosen because they possess these qualities. It is the aim of all members of the society not only to possess these qualities, but also to uphold them, so that they shall induce others to aspire to scholarly habits, worthy service, and active leadership. The emblem of the National Honor Society is the keystone and the flaming torch. The keystone bears as its base the letters C, S, L, and S, which stand for character, scholarship, leadership, and service. The one lighted candle represents the eternal light of knowledge, and the 4 unlit candles represent character, scholarship, leadership, and service.
Pastor, author, and global influencer Rick Warren once stated that your character is shaped by your choices. What choices will you make today that will positively affect the rest of your life? In National Honor Society, outstanding character is a high standard. Defined as the actions that determine who a person is, character is oftentimes the first thing we notice about an individual. Exceptional character is shown through ethical, responsible, and moral behaviors. Our character not only leads us to be successful now as students, but throughout our entire lifetimes. Excellent character creates a positive society in which each and every one of us can prosper. This candle symbolizes character. As we continue displaying outstanding character, remember that our character sets us apart from others by the choices we make and the actions we take.
Scholarship is the lifelong pursuit of knowledge. The love for learning began in kindergarten and has continued to expand since. Possessing the skill of scholarship is what makes our teachers, community leaders, parents, and friends admire us for the work we do. Tonight we host you, an exemplary group of students who will not stop learning once you earn admission into this society, but will continue to find opportunities of knowledge for the rest of your life. Some of us will dive right into a career field, finding wisdom in our everyday lives. Many of us will go on to college, spending the next 4 years of our life exploring our passions and testing our knowledge. Some of us might even go on to graduate school, becoming an expert in our fields. Those years will be accompanied with colleagues that share a love for learning. No matter what path in life we choose, our skill of scholarship will push us towards success. This candle is an emblem of scholarship. Through hard work, dedication, and curiosity, you can join the National Honor Society and become a leader of tomorrow. Remember, as civil rights activist Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Live as if you were to die tomorrow, and learn as if you were to live forever."
Tonight, we have been chosen because of the leadership we show. As the third pillar of National Honor Society, leadership is a trait that will serve us throughout our entire lives. Historically, leaders have led revolutions, overseen economic development, and inspired others through strong communication and vision. A good leader will take responsibility for their actions with open communication and listen to others' points of view. True leaders have high standards, strong work ethics, and lead by example. Leadership First, an organization that helps create excellent leaders, shared this thought on its website. As a leader, you have a remarkable opportunity to impact someone's life positively each and every day. True leadership transcends mere authority. It involves inspiring and uplifting those around you. As a member of National Honor Society, leadership is expected. Therefore, continue being the leaders that have brought us here and inspire those around us.
Service, written by Ella Bergen. Service is voluntary, unpaid work to help others in the school or community. When we assist others within the community without payment, it requires us to be selfless and considerate. To be inducted into the National Honor Society, we were expected to complete several hours of service. There were many opportunities to choose from, like serving at a church dinner, helping the elderly with yard work, reading to youth, or even coaching youth sports. We should continue to engage in service activities and contribute to the community in many different ways. Acting selflessly and with commitment can transform our community and spread kindness and positivity with only a few simple actions. This candle represents service. I challenge the new inductees to do at least one act of service within the school or community every couple of months.
Our guest speaker tonight is Mrs. Julie Wilson. Mrs. Wilson was an elementary teacher at Notre Dame Catholic School and in the Howard Winneshiek Community School District for 34 years. She has also been involved in many volunteer programs within the community, such as the Secretary of the Cresco Theater Commission Board, member of the PEO, a 4-H leader, and a member of the 4-H Alumni Association. In August, Mrs. Wilson, her husband Bart, and her father-in-law Jerry were inducted into the 4-H Hall of Fame for their dedicated contributions to the Howard County 4-H program. The press release for this prestigious honor stated that the Wilsons exemplify leadership, service, and community spirit. Some of her hobbies include reading, gardening, spending time with her children and grandchildren, and cheering on the Iowa State Cyclones. I present to you my 5th grade teacher and our guest speaker, Mrs. Julie Wilson.
Well, good evening. First and foremost, congratulations on being inducted into National Honor Society. Let's give these kids a round of applause. It is a real honor for me and a big surprise to be asked to be a small part of this ceremony. And I'm far from being a professional speaker, and I've never really done something like this before. I'm used to talking to 5th graders. So hopefully I can talk to you like the adults, the young adults that you are. I sat down to write this little talk tonight, not once, twice, 5, 6, 7, 8 times maybe, trying to come up with something that you would remember. And Mrs. Schwady asked me to speak for 10 or 20 minutes. That sounds like a long time, doesn't it? So I'm going to keep it pretty short. I remember many of you as former 5th grade students in my classroom or as students at Crestwood or Notre Dame, maybe seeing you at church and around the community. And it was a real pleasure and a privilege to be your teacher and part of your upbringing and your growing up years. I hope I didn't scar you too badly in the classroom, and I hope that maybe later on we can share and swap some stories. I want you to look at where you are tonight. Did you ever think you'd be here? Even you kids back here, did you think you'd be here on this stage presenting? Amazing, amazing. A large part of the success that you've already achieved is due largely to your support team. I'd like you to turn around and look at your support team here tonight. Please turn around and look at all the special folks that are here for you tonight. Give them a wave, give them a round of applause, blow them a kiss, whatever works for you. These people, plus your teachers and your administrators, have had your backs for the last 16 to 18 years, and they aren't going to stop now. They will continue to support you on your journeys ahead. When I was asked to speak to you, I was of course asked to speak about the 4 pillars of NHS. As I continue, you're going to hear a lot of references to traveling and journeys, so please bear with me. The first one I'd like to talk about is scholarship, and this one is pretty self-explanatory. You've done the work and are doing the work in the studying right now to get good grades. Well done. Keep going. The work isn't finished. You know that life, work, college, and family, not necessarily in that order, awaits you. Sometimes the road of life will be smooth and straight, and at other times it's going to be darn right scary and bumpy. You might get lost, or you might have a flat tire, but stay on that journey. Reset the GPS, hit your Google Maps again or your Waze app, figure out which way to go. Just keep going, stay with it, persevere. Stay curious, take chances. Have a positive mindset and set goals. Do some sightseeing along the way, take some side trips. And remember, life isn't perfect for anybody. I always kind of laugh when I think back to when I had to write my senior write-up for the newspaper, for the Ackley World Journal. It was a big newspaper, you know. You'll get to do that soon too. We all have these hopes and dreams and we write down what we think is going to happen, but most of us have to change that again and again and again over the years. And that's okay. People and situations change, and that's all right. Just reroute, keep going until you figure out what works and what makes you happy. The second pillar that I'd like to talk about is leadership. Leaders aren't born. Leaders intentionally put themselves in situations where they must learn, adapt, and grow. It's a process, and it's one that thrives on embracing challenges, seeking feedback, and fostering connections. Leadership always makes me think of, what can we do? What is possible? Leadership makes me think of surrounding myself with positive people with different viewpoints. It's important to keep the good friendships that you've already made, but you also need to meet new people along the way. So don't be afraid of that. Go out on the road and look for new sights and opportunities. Leadership means also being a good listener. I don't always agree with what I hear, but listening broadens my horizons. Give yourself the opportunity to meet new people and take on some opportunities to try out leadership. The third pillar, character. Character is defined as a person's good reputation or good qualities. I don't know if you remember, but in my 5th grade classroom, I had a poster up and it had a great big eyeball. Person's eye was blue, I believe, and it had the words, "Who are you when no one is watching?" Who are you when no one is watching? I think that's really important to think about and reflect on. Character isn't about getting recognition. And in fact, it was kind of hard to listen to Brooke introduce me tonight. That sounded really lofty, and I just do a little bit of what I can to help out. Character is about trying to be a good human as much as you can when people are watching and when they're not. If I would be driving down the road someday and there was a billboard about me, what would be on it? Or if you think back to the election that we're finally through, all the campaign ads, if there was a campaign ad or commercial on TV about me, oh my goodness, what would it say? I would hope that these would be some of the things said about me in a commercial or on a billboard. I'd like them to list some of my roles and qualities that I've had. And some of my roles have been daughter, sister, wife, mother, grandma, teacher, friend, and I hope that some things said about me would be that I was a decent person, that I was kind and helpful, faith-filled, hardworking, and that I loved others. How would you like to be remembered? That's your character. The fourth pillar is service. Service is the action of helping or doing work for someone. Service is about walking in another person's shoes and making connections with people with whom you'll stay connected with beyond the experience. And like you've already heard tonight, you've already done some volunteer hours, and you've probably done some hours for Silver Cord or confirmation, or maybe your parents have even volunteered you or voluntold you to do something. Hopefully those experiences have sparked some interest and opened your eyes to some of the possibilities and the ways that you can help out others in the future. It's the little things that make a difference. Look for ways to help out in your neighborhood, your community, your church, or a service organization. I know I've met some pretty amazing people while washing dishes at a funeral dinner or at a church fundraiser, or sweating it out, hauling the trash, serving on a committee somewhere. And if I'm truthful, sometimes it's pretty hard to get psyched up to go and help out with these things, or go to one more meeting, or serve on one more committee. But in the end, I feel good about the forward progress toward the group's destination, and my battery does get recharged. I encourage you to look for little ways that you can help out, and look for boards and clubs that maybe you can be a part of. Bring your talents and your passions and your perspective to the table. You'll grow, and so will your community. Well, I've just about wrapped it up, and in closing, I just want to thank you for inviting me to be a part of tonight. Congratulations on your induction into National Honor Society, and continue to take the pillars of scholarship, leadership, character, and service with you as you go out on your journeys. I know I'm still on my journey, as are the rest of the people in the room behind you tonight, and I hope the journey goes on for a really long time. And I've got a lot yet to do and a lot yet to learn. I wish you all the best as you set out on your own adventures. And you know what? We're not very far from you taking some more pictures with your family and your friends and eating some cake. Okay? Congratulations.
Members of the National Honor Society, parents, faculty, and guests, at this time, I would like to present the inductees for initiation into the Crestwood chapter of the National Honor Society. The new inductees were chosen on the bias of the principles established by the Society. They are all highly regarded by the students and faculty alike. No honor conferred by Crestwood High School excels that represented by this Society. It represents the fundamental objectives for which schools are instituted. It gives recognition to those who most clearly meet the high standards of NHS. Other honors at this disposal of the school are only partial in the sense that they recognize specialized ability, skill, or talent. However, this society looks upon education as a total product measured by the 4 dimensions of life. Membership is, however, more than an honor. It carries with it a responsibility and should be considered the beginning of an obligation, not merely the successful end of an effort to achieve recognition and honor. Once selected for membership, students are singled out. They should not only continue to demonstrate those outstanding qualities which brought about their selection, but they should exert a new influence to improve conditions about them and promote those qualities of leadership, character, scholarship, and service for which the National Honor Society stands. It is a tremendous honor for me to present the 2024 candidates for membership in the National Honor Society. Candidates, will you please stand? Brooks will now administer the pledge for the new inductees of the National Honor Society.
Please repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal at all times to my school. And will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, character, leadership, and service.
Alex Berg. Marina Burke. Luke Ratina. Mackenzie Gallagher. Emma Godman. Carly Henry. Piper Jessen. Clara Keller. Zoe Memert. Kenzie Mollers. Kiernan Rupert. Carter Smoss. Peyton Ullum. Jaylee Vober. Lexus Verba. Mason Wiegert.
In closing, I congratulate our new inductees for receiving acceptance into the Crestwood chapter of the National Honor Society. All of our hard work is recognized tonight. However, we need to continue to do the things that earned us this honor. Continue setting exceptional examples of the 4 pillars. Keep on setting exceptional examples for our parents, teachers, friends, and our community. Once again, congratulations to our new members and their families on receiving this honor. Following the procession out of the auditorium, please join us for the reception hosted by Crestwood faculty and staff in the Student Center. Also, please read over the flyers on the center of the tables in the Student Center about the upcoming NHS Service Project and fundraiser. Again, congratulations and thank you.